Before running ads or creating your next viral reel on Instagram, you have to make sure that people who land on your Instagram profile actually convert into high-paying clients. Most businesses treat their Instagram accounts like digital business cards, which is a huge mistake. If you make money on Instagram, your profile needs to be a sales funnel based off human psychology. It needs to immediately hook new users, establish your authority, and guide them towards becoming your clients. Having a sales-optimized Instagram page is a non-negotiable if you really want to make money on Instagram. Luckily, this video contains everything you need to create a 100% optimized Instagram profile that's designed to convert. I'm Seda BC, the founder of the AI sales system. Over the past 2 years, I've made more than $1 million helping businesses to scale their sales on Instagram using our proven AI sales system. And an optimized Instagram profile is one of the key elements of this system. I'll give you a full blueprint to transform your Instagram profile into a highly profitable sales funnel. First, I'll give you the full source of everything you need to know. Then I'll show you a couple examples of Instagram profiles that are highly optimized and that are converting like crazy, so you can use them to model your own Instagram profile based off these. And at the end, I'll give you clear and actionable steps that you can implement today. And without wasting any more time, let's get started. All right, and before we start, here are 2 examples of really well optimized Instagram profiles. First off, we have Brian Mark, an absolute GOAT in his niche, and his profile is nearly perfectly optimized. However, there's still a couple things that I would change, but we'll get to that later. On the other side, we see Justin Saunders, who's also in the game for many years already and is doing a really good job here. This, in the end, is actually what you want it to look like. And now, let's get started. I've prepared a document for you so we don't forget anything. If you want access to this document, check the description, there will be a link down there. First of all, before posting content or running ads, this is all the things that you need to do. This will not take a lot of time, but it has a tremendous effect on your sales and on your conversion inside of Instagram. First and foremost, something that's super obvious and that's not on this list, that's your name. So you should always have your real name inside of your Instagram profile, but also your Instagram username should, in the best case, be your full name. Don't put random numbers in there or anything else. Try to have it as clean as possible. The next step, this is a no-brainer, get Meta verified. That blue tick simply helps with everything you do. It shows you are serious about this account and that you are not a fake account. This is a very well spent $20 per month. Subconsciously, this gives the users who are coming to your Instagram profile a signal of authority, because back in the days you couldn't just buy this blue tick and only famous people or really big businesses could get it, and this stigma is still attached to it, so just spend those $20 per month and get Meta verified. Your profile will also be more recognizable in comments, DMs, and posts if you have that blue tick mark next to it. Just go into your DMs, scroll through your DMs, and you will see that everyone who has a blue tick, you have a higher chance of actually looking at their message because it stops you from your scroll. The next one is super important, bio optimization. Your bio has to be outcome driven and include zero fluff. Imagine your bio being the headline of your usual sales funnel or landing page. So you have to avoid locations, random quotes, or any other random bullshit. So if someone is reading your bio, he needs to immediately know what you do, who you serve, and what's your proof of work. So you can include the biggest proof numbers, so how much money you have made, or how many clients you have, or how much money you have generated for your clients, how much weight people are losing when working with you, whatever it might be. And one thing that's super important as well is nobody cares what you are doing. Everyone cares about what you have done. So put something in there that you have already achieved and not what you're trying to achieve. It's better to write, I scaled my coaching business to 200K in 6 months, rather than saying, I want to scale my coaching business to $1 million in 2 years. Always put proof of the things that you have done in the past. You have to show clearly who you help specifically. So I'm helping X to achieve X in X time is like a basic template of what you can use. And you also have to include what outcome they'll achieve. So looking at your bio, I need to immediately know if you can help me fix my problem or not. You have to have a call to action inside of your bio, and it's very important to understand that you should have 1 call to action inside your bio, not 2, not 3, not 0, exactly 1 call to action. Our favorite is keyword DM me X to learn more. For example, DM me info, DM me system, DM me weight loss, whatever your niche is, whatever works for you, put that inside of your bio, and then you can create ManyChat automations for everyone who's sending you that keyword. You can use ManyChat or go high level to automate this, for example. You can also do it manually. However, this is one of the best working CTAs right now. Click the link in my bio is already dead. Nobody writes that in their bio, so please don't do that. You have to keep the bio short, and if you can, keep it short enough to prevent the read more click on Instagram. I'm pretty sure you know that if the bio is too long on Instagram, that it will be cut off at some point, and it might just be your CTA that nobody can read except they click on read more, which is stupid. This will tank your conversion rate, trust me. So try to keep your bio as short as possible. And an amazing example for that is Justin Saunders actually. Look at this short bio. Everyone immediately understands what this guy does. I help coaches to scale to $100,000 plus month. And then the CTAs learn how with an emoji pointing down to his link in bio. And that's perfect. You could also add one more line saying what you already achieved or how many clients you are working with, but it's optional. It's not really necessary. The most important parts are included here. If someone comes to your profile from ads or organic content, they immediately know what you do and if you can help them solve their specific problem. On the other side, we have Brian Mark, who says the most valuable business account on Instagram. That's a little bit fluff, so you could remove that. And the next one is DM me 10K to grow your fitness business to 10K to 100K per month. So it's again clear he's targeting fitness businesses who want to scale to 10K or 100K per month or anything in between. And the CTA is apply to work with me, pointing down to the link in his bio. One small issue I see here is that we have two CTAs. He says DM me 10K, and then he also says apply to work with me and guides them to the link in the bio. This can create confusion in some people and they might just do nothing instead of using one of these CTAs. So from my side, just use one CTA. Usually that has better results. The next very important thing is your profile picture. Your profile picture should be nothing but your face, with very good lighting and in a high quality image. This is very important so everyone can immediately recognize you while just seeing your tiny profile picture on the Instagram app. A nice side effect of having a great Instagram profile picture is that you will also get increased story click rates, because if people see your story on their feed and you have a nice image which is recognizable, then the chances of them clicking on your story is way higher than if you have some random image from a car or a house or a picture of you very far away. So don't do this. Show your face, good lighting, high quality, super important, super easy to do, right? The follower ratio is the next big thing. Make sure that you have more followers than following. And if you have an account that doesn't have a lot of followers, just remove some of the followings you have. You cannot have 1,000 followers and then 1,500 followings. That just looks stupid. As you can see in these examples, Justin Saunders has 127,000 followers and just 500 followings, has 433,000 followers and is following 3,600 people, which is, in my opinion, actually a ton. But the ratio is perfect. They're having more than 100 times more followers than they are following. And this is something you definitely need to be aware of. And one thing is very obvious, the more followers, the better. I know it's just numbers, but it shows authority and it shows new people that other people are interested in you or what you have to say. So try to get as many followers as possible, but obviously don't buy them because this will trash your Instagram account. The next big thing is only have one link in your bio. Do not attach 2 links or 3 links. I know you can do this now with Instagram, but it's stupid because it's one more click and then you have 5 links and the user needs to decide which of them is the one they're interested in. This just creates confusion. Only have one single link in your bio, and this can be your funnel or website. This can be a lead magnet that is highly converting, or this can be the booking page for calls, similar to how Brian Mark and Justin Saunders are using it. A fairly important aspect is also having story highlights. First of all, if you have no story highlights, your account looks quite fake, and story highlights really make it a living account. We suggest to have at least 3 to 5 story highlights with the following theme. You definitely need to have about me, so people can get to know you better. They know that you are a real person. They know what you do, what you like, what you don't like, how did you get into this business, what did you achieve, and all of these things. You need to have an about me story highlight. Then you should also have a start here story highlight where you actually show people what your business does, why you are the best to help them with their problem, and you can input all the information about how you are doing it, what your systems are, what your strategy is, and all of these things. The next most important story highlight is client testimonials. And the more, the better. So you need to have proof of results. If you have 100 testimonials, just put them in a story highlight where you say clients or client testimonials or wins, and then just post every testimonial as a story so people have an unlimited click and they see, oh my God, this guy has so much proof. How could he not help me fix my issue as well if I have the exact same issue that these people had? You can also add another story highlight, which is free value, and this creates reciprocation. 3 to 5 story highlights is a minimum, and the most important ones should be in the beginning. If you have 10, 20, 50 story highlights, it doesn't really matter, but the more important ones need to be at the beginning, which is about me, start here, client testimonials, and free value if you have those. Then it's also very important which posts in your feed users are seeing first, and these are your pinned posts. So you always have 3 pinned posts on your Instagram profile, and this is how you structure them. Post 1, I mean, you can shuffle them around, it doesn't really matter, but all of these 3 posts need to be there. Post 1 need to show business, what you do, and the achievements, similar to the stories actually. Post 2 needs to be lifestyle content. This is attraction marketing. You have to show people the lifestyle that they are chasing in most of the niches or industries, especially in making money or even weight loss and all of these things. Show your six-pack, show how you train, show how you eat with friends, show which car you're driving. Just show that you are successful, because people want to buy from successful people. And this also shows that you are a real person. You can also show you doing your hobbies and all of these things. This just feels more human to other people, and they know, okay, this is actually a real human on the other side who already achieved what I'm looking for. So post 2 should be lifestyle content. And post 3, again, super important and crucial, client testimonials, results, a podcast where a client of you talks about their recent results working with you, interviews, client interviews, all of these things. Use any of those and put them as your 3rd pinned post. These are the first 3 posts that people see if they come to your Instagram profile. Make sure it counts. The next thing is your grid management. This is kind of open. However, you need to keep valuable and selling posts in your profile grid, and all other viral posts and reels to get new audiences or whatever can be in the reels tab. However, in your profile grid, it doesn't make sense to have 1,000 posts. And this is actually one of the examples here where you can see Brian Mark. I mean, he doesn't really care, I guess, because he's posting multiple times a day, but he has 4,200 posts, and this whole profile would just look much cleaner if you could see that he has 30 posts or 40 posts. However, his niche is also how to create content on Instagram, how to be consistent, and all of these things. So in this rare case, it might even be better to see a higher number here, because people see, okay, this motherfucker is really consistent. This is someone I want to learn from, how to create content and how to be consistent. But in all other cases, if it's not your business to post as much content as possible, to have a lower number here is usually better. Same example on Justin Saunders' side. He nearly has as many posts as he has followings. If this would just be 30 or 40 or max 50, this profile would look much cleaner. And the point here is nobody is going to scroll through your 400 posts anyway. So just have the posts on your main grid that actually count. Just make sure that your grid looks attractive. Don't have any random shit in there. Put them all into the Reels tab and make sure your grid looks good. And if you have videos on your grid, use thumbnails for these videos if needed. It really makes a difference and makes you look more professional, which is something that people are looking for in people they want to pay, right? So make sure your grid looks fine. And let's go back to these examples and just see if they tick all the boxes. The real Brian Mark has a great handle, has a great name. He, in this case, even has the SEO on top, which is business coach for online trainers. In most cases, if you get the blue check mark, this is not possible because Meta wants you to have your full name only. Brian Mark somehow made it work. So that's an extra positive on his side. He has a clear profile picture where everyone can recognize him immediately. Same goes for Justin Saunders. Nice name, nice handle, nice profile image. Then they have more followers than followings by far. The bios are on point. We already talked about that. Both of them have story highlights. Justin Saunders slightly better in my opinion here. He has start here, my life, client results, and about me. This is a 10 out of 10. This is absolutely perfect. For Brian Mark, if you listen to this, Brian, I would suggest to have at least 1 or 2 more story highlights. But again, I think he just doesn't give a fuck about this. He has one story highlight where he's showing his business, which is his new book, which just came out, his #1 bestseller. So this is about his book. And the second story highlight is client wins. No matter what you do, you cannot skip the client wins or the client results or testimonials or proof. This is the single most important Instagram story highlight that you will have on your profile. Then let's look at the pinned posts. You can see that he's a real human. He just got a baby. Congrats, Brian, by the way. This is what he's showing off here. The second one is business. That shows him being in business, speaking on stage and representing brand authority. And the third one is a testimonial and client result. As you can see, they are all using the same framework, so you should do that as well. Same thing goes for Justin Saunders. This is an amazing video, this one in the middle, where he's explaining who he is, what he does, and what his business does, and how you can get started with him. On the left side, you can see case studies, which is very clearly shown with a very clear thumbnail, so everyone knows what this is. They can simply click on it and see client results and testimonials. And on the right side, he's showing a lifestyle, which is also partly business, because this is about their mastermind they had in their high ticket community. And as you can see, all of them are following the same structure. But what can you do today to get there? It's quite simple. The next steps are super easy. Find 3 accounts in your niche that are currently crushing it. Make sure to know that these people are actually making bank from Instagram, and find these 3 accounts that you want to model your Instagram profile after. So simply screenshot those Instagram accounts, put them side by side, and see what they have in common. Next, use this guide, which you can have from this video or from this document, plus those 3 accounts as reference. Optimize your profile today. I can't stress how important this is. This might be the reason to increase your conversion rate from 2% to 4% for new leads on Instagram, which simply means double the money without having any more spend. An optimized Instagram profile is a non-negotiable. Simply go ahead and do it if it's not yet done on your site. Next step, watch conversions and sales increase. You will thank me later, I bet. And the most important part, never forget that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And with this said, follow all these steps and you will have a 100% optimized Instagram profile. If you have any questions about any of these things, put them down in the comments and I promise I'll answer to you. If you learned anything new in this video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.